Tom Jones, at over 80 years old, remains an icon.
But the road always leads back to Linda. She knew that there was, I was getting attention.
Though his name often stirs whispers about his health, speculations have swirled for years, some exaggerated and others unverified. Still, one burning question lingers. What will become of the legendary fortune he's built over decades? What was the real cause of his wife Melinda's passing, especially given his strained relationship with one of his sons? Let's unpack the story behind the man and tragic ending along with his legacy. You might have come across the rumor that Tom collapsed on stage during a concert in Budapest. He quickly debunked it, explaining that he had to cancel the show due to a throat issue. Far from fading into the background, Tom is proving his resilience. Recently, he delighted fans by unveiling his 2024 North American tour dates. The announcement sparked excitement across generations of admirers, a testament to the incredible career that has made him a household name. For more than half a century, Tom Jones has electrified audiences with his powerful voice, commanding stage presence, and unmatched charisma. His impact on music is undeniable, but while his public persona is well documented, his private life holds a trove of untold stories. Who is the man behind the hits, the performer who could touch millions of hearts but faced challenges connecting with those closest to him? Tom's remarkable journey began in Pontypridd, a small mining town in Wales. Born to Frida Jones and Thomas Woodward, he was raised in a close-knit, working-class family that was deeply rooted in the coal mining culture of the region. His father worked long, grueling hours in the mines to provide for the family, instilling a strong work ethic in young Tom. Despite their modest means, the Woodwards embraced their rich English and Welsh heritage, which gave Tom a sense of pride and confidence that would later fuel his success. From a young age, it was clear that Tom possessed a rare gift. His voice stood out even in the simplest settings, whether singing at family gatherings, weddings, or as part of his school choir. But his budding talent almost met an early end when, at the age of 12, he was diagnosed with tuberculosis. The illness confined him to bed for nearly 2 years, a period he later described as one of the darkest times in his life. The illness confined young Tom to bed for nearly 2 years, a period he described as the darkest time of his life. I spent 2 years in bed recovering. It was the worst time of my life. Yet, in the face of adversity, he found solace in music. Those quiet, challenging years became the foundation for his career, as he honed a voice that would one day take the world by storm. Before Tom's career soared, though, life took an unexpected turn. At just 16 years old, he married his high school sweetheart, Melinda Rose Linda Trenchard, who was also 16 at the time. The marriage came after Linda became pregnant, and their son, Mark, was born shortly after. Determined to support his young family, Tom took on various jobs, from construction work to shifts in a glove factory. Despite the grind of daily life, his passion for music never wavered. In 1963, Tom became the lead singer of a Welsh beat group called Tommy Scott and the Senators. His voice, described as a rich and powerful baritone, began to draw attention. Interestingly, Tom once revealed that his vocal range has shifted over time. "When I was young, I could hit a top C, but now it's a B flat. What you lose in the higher range, you gain in the lower range," he said. The band quickly gained a loyal following in South Wales, earning a strong reputation in the local music scene. By 1964, they recorded several tracks with producer Joe Meek, who tried unsuccessfully to land them a record deal. A twist of fate came later that year when Decca Records producer Peter Sullivan spotted them performing in a club. Sullivan introduced the group to manager Phil Solomon, but their partnership was short-lived and led to little progress. Undeterred, the band kept playing local venues, where Tom's undeniable talent continued to shine. It wasn't long before Tom crossed paths with Gordon Mills, the man who would change his life forever. Mills became Tom's manager and brought him to London, where he was well connected in the music industry. Recognizing an opportunity, Mills rebranded him as Tom Jones, a name inspired by the hit Academy Award-winning film of the same name. With Mills's guidance, Tom signed a recording contract with Decca Records. His first single, Chills and Fever, didn't make much of a splash, but his second release, It's Not Unusual, catapulted him to international fame. The song's success owed much to its promotion on the pirate radio station Radio Caroline, setting the stage for Tom's meteoric rise. 1965 was the year that changed Tom Jones's life forever. It cemented his place as one of the brightest stars of the British invasion. Early in the year, his breakout hit It's Not Unusual skyrocketed to number 1 on the UK charts and broke into the top 10 in the United States, catapulting him to international fame. While filming at Paramount Studios in Hollywood, Tom had a momentous first encounter with none other than Elvis Presley. Elvis, always the showman, greeted Tom by singing his song With These Hands as he approached him on set. This remarkable meeting marked the beginning of a close friendship between the two music legends. Meanwhile, Tom's manager, Gordon Mills, was busy lining up incredible opportunities. That year, Tom lent his powerful voice to 2 iconic movie themes, the James Bond thriller Thunderball and the quirky comedy What's New Pussycat, a song written by the legendary duo Burt Bacharach and Hal David. Interestingly, Tom was initially hesitant about What's New Pussycat. The song's unconventional style left him puzzled. "Why do they want me to sing this?" he recalled thinking. But Bacharach convinced him, explaining that Tom's commanding voice was exactly what the song needed to bring it to life. Tom agreed, and the result was a timeless classic. His work during this time earned him the Grammy Award for Best New Artist in 1966, solidifying his status as a major rising star. But the rush of success was not without its challenges. By the late 60s, Tom's initial surge of popularity began to wane. Always the strategist, Mills reinvented Tom's image, giving him a fresh appeal that resonated with fans. The move paid off, and Tom climbed back up the charts with enduring hits like I'll Never Fall in Love Again, I'm Coming Home, and Delilah. These songs dominated the airwaves and became timeless staples in his repertoire, securing his place as an international sensation. During this era, Tom performed in Las Vegas for the first time at the Flamingo Hotel. His energetic shows and signature style, bold stage presence, half-unbuttoned shirts, and tight trousers quickly became iconic. Over time, he shifted his focus more toward live performances, turning Las Vegas into a second home. He performed there annually for decades, often for a week or more until well into the 2010s. The 1970s saw Tom continuing to evolve and experiment. He toured with renowned female singing groups like Quiet Elegance and The Blossoms, who served as his backing vocalists. During this time, he released several hits, including She's a Lady, Till, and The Young New Mexican Puppeteer. However, by the mid-1970s, his popularity waned once more. Undeterred, Tom staged a comeback in 1976 with Say You'll Stay Until Tomorrow, a track that soared to number 1 on the US country charts, marking a new high point in his career. Beyond music, Tom began exploring the world of acting. He co-starred with Jennifer O'Neill in the London Bridge Special, a television production directed by David Winters. This project allowed Tom to dabble in television without committing to a regular series. Later, he made his acting debut in the ABC television movie Pleasure Cove, where he played Raymond Gordon, a charming con man at a tropical resort. While the film was intended as a pilot for a new series, it wasn't picked up. Tom also guest starred in an episode of Fantasy Island, where he played an accountant who dreams of living as the legendary English highwayman Dick Turpin. Tom soon returned to the music charts with A Boy From Nowhere, which reached number 2 in the UK. He then teamed up with the band Art of Noise for a cover of Prince's Kiss. This collaboration proved wildly successful, with the track becoming a hit in both the US and the UK. The accompanying music video, featuring Tom's vibrant performance, became a staple on MTV and VH1, earning an MTV Video Music Award for Breakthrough Video. This renewed visibility introduced Tom to a new generation of fans, proving his ability to remain relevant across decades. While excelling in music and acting, Tom also found success on television. From 1969 to 1971, he starred in the international variety show This Is Tom Jones. Produced by Associated Television, the show reportedly earned him a staggering $9 million over its 3-year run. It aired on ITV in the UK and ABC in the US, further boosting Tom's global fame. His work on the show even earned him a Golden Globe nomination for Best Actor. In the early 1980s, he hosted another variety show, simply titled Tom Jones. Produced in Vancouver, Canada, the series ran for 24 episodes. However, his television ventures weren't without their challenges. Legal disputes over the rights to his later works created ongoing complications, but Tom pressed on, determined to focus on his artistry. In 1989, Tom received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, a fitting tribute to his enduring influence. Around the same time, he collaborated with Van Morrison on the album Carrying a Torch, released by Decca Records. The project included Morrison's title track and several other songs written and produced by the legendary artist. In 1992, Tom made his debut at the renowned Glastonbury Festival in the UK, further cementing his status as a musical icon. The early 1990s brought Tom into the world of pop culture. In 1993, he appeared as himself in 2 hit American TV shows, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and The Simpsons. That same year, Tom signed with Interscope Records and released the album The Lead and How to Swing It. The lead single, If I Only Knew, climbed to number 11 on the UK charts. Tom performed the song live at the MTV Europe Music Awards, where he also served as the host, proving that his charisma and talent were as magnetic as ever. Tom's return to the big screen marked an exciting chapter in his career. In Tim Burton's sci-fi comedy, Mars Attacks, he played himself, a role that perfectly showcased his larger-than-life personality. Around the same time, he recorded a sultry rendition of Randy Newman's You Can Leave Your Hat On for the hit British film The Full Monty. But perhaps his most significant project during this period was the release of his 1999 album Reload. This innovative collection of duets featured collaborations with an eclectic mix of artists, including The Cardigans, Natalie Imbruglia, Stereophonics, and Robbie Williams. The album topped the UK charts and sold over 4 million copies globally, proving that Tom's appeal transcended generations. 5 singles from the album made it into the UK top 40, with the infectious Sex Bomb becoming its biggest hit. Released in 2000, the track climbed to number 3 on the UK singles chart, cementing Tom's place in contemporary pop culture. These milestones marked a turning point in Tom's career, signaling his ability to adapt to changing musical landscapes while maintaining his unique charisma. His contributions to music were formally recognized when he was named an Officer of the Order of the British Empire, OBE. As the world celebrated the dawn of a new millennium, Tom was invited by then US President Bill Clinton to perform at the New Year's Eve celebrations in Washington, D.C. That same year, Tom received several prestigious accolades, including the Brit Award for Best British Male Artist. He also lent his iconic voice to a campaign promoting Australia's National Rugby League, further showcasing his versatility. Not one to rest on his laurels, Tom continued to push creative boundaries. In 2002, he released the album Mr. Jones, produced by Haitian-American rapper Wyclef Jean. The album and its lead single, Tom Jones International, became UK top 40 hits, reinforcing his enduring relevance. The following year, he was honored with the Brit Award for Outstanding Contribution to Music, a testament to his decades-long influence on the industry. To celebrate his 65th birthday, Tom returned to his hometown of Pontypridd for a monumental concert at Ynysangharad Park. Performing in front of 20,000 adoring fans, it was his first show in Pontypridd in nearly 40 years. That same year, the BBC reported that Tom had become Wales' wealthiest entertainer, amassing a fortune of over $150 million. Even with such achievements, Tom wasn't slowing down. He joined forces with Australian pop icon John Farnham to release the live album John Farnham and Tom Jones together in concert. In 2006, he collaborated with electronic music artist Chicane on the dance hit Stoned in Love, which reached number 7 on the UK singles chart. Already an OBE, Tom was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II that same year for his contributions to music. Reflecting on the honor, Sir Tom expressed his gratitude. "When you first come into show business and get a hit record, it's the start of something. As time goes by, it just gets better. This is the best thing I've had. It's a wonderful feeling, a heady feeling." Not long after receiving his knighthood, Sir Tom performed at Wembley Stadium during the concert for Diana, a tribute to Princess Diana. Sharing the stage with Aerosmith's Joe Perry and soul singer Joss Stone, he delivered a performance that highlighted his timeless appeal. As he approached his 70th birthday, Sir Tom remained unstoppable. He performed over 200 shows annually to promote his 2008 album, 24 Hours, and embarked on a world tour. Speaking about his drive, he declared, "The fire is still in me, not to be an oldie, but a goodie. I want to be a contender." His hard work paid off when he was inducted into the Hit Parade Hall of Fame. Around the same time, he topped the UK charts for the 3rd time with a cover of Islands in the Stream, performed alongside Ruth Jones, Rob Brydon, and Robin Gibb. This period also saw the release of Praise and Blame, an album that leaned heavily into gospel and blues influences. Featuring covers of songs by Bob Dylan, John Lee Hooker, and Billy Joe Shaver, the project was a critical and commercial success. Guest musicians like Booker T added to its authenticity. By the end of 2010, Tom had sold over 100 million records, an astounding milestone in a career spanning decades. Tom also embraced new opportunities in television. In 2012, he became a coach on the BBC talent show The Voice UK, joining a panel that included Will.i.am, Jessie J, and Danny O'Donoghue. Proving his mentoring skills, he guided Leanne Mitchell to victory in the show's first season. Although his contract wasn't renewed in 2015, a decision he publicly criticized, Sir Tom returned to the show 2 years later. In addition to his television work, Sir Tom continued touring. While illness and bad weather forced the cancellation of his 2018 summer tour, he rebounded with the 2021 release of Surrounded by Time. Produced by Ethan Johns, the album included a cover of Todd Snyder's Talking Reality Television Blues. It debuted at number 1 on the UK charts, making Sir Tom the oldest artist to achieve this feat with an album of new material. In 2022, he performed at Cardiff's Principality Stadium alongside Stereophonics, with their concert broadcast live on BBC Two. While Tom Jones's professional life has been defined by staggering success, his personal journey has been marked by profound loss. One of his deepest friendships was with Elvis Presley, a bond that began in 1965 and blossomed over their shared love of music and mutual respect. Tragically, their connection was cut short in 1977 when Elvis passed away, leaving a void that Tom felt keenly. Decades later, in 2016, he faced an even more personal heartbreak when his wife of nearly 60 years, Linda, succumbed to cancer. Their marriage, though not without its struggles, was a cornerstone of Tom's life. Linda had been his steadfast supporter from the very beginning, standing by him through the ups and downs of fame. After her death, Tom honored her final wish by selling their Los Angeles mansion and moving into a London apartment. In the year following Linda's passing, rumors began to circulate about a possible romance between Tom and Priscilla Presley, Elvis's former wife. The two were frequently seen dining together, fueling speculation. However, Tom clarified in 2021 that their relationship was purely platonic, rooted in a decades-long friendship that dated back to the 1960s. That same year, he released the song I Won't Crumble With You If You Fall, a deeply emotional track inspired by Linda's final words. Explaining the song's significance, he shared, "My wife was dying of lung cancer. She told me, 'You can't crumble with me. Don't fall with me now. You've done everything you can. You must carry on and keep doing what you do. Pound.'" Now 84, Sir Tom Jones shows no signs of slowing down. He recently unveiled the Hourglass edition of his chart-topping album, Surrounded by Time. This special release includes new songs, live performances, and an exclusive interview, adding yet another chapter to his storied career. Having just completed his 2024 Ages and Stages tour, Sir Tom continues to share his expertise as a coach on The Voice UK. From his modest beginnings in a Welsh mining town to his status as a global icon, Tom's life is a testament to resilience, talent, and an undying passion for his craft. With a fortune nearing $500 million and a devoted family that includes his son Mark and grandchildren Alex and Emma, Sir Tom remains a beloved figure, inspiring fans across the world.